brooder set up today. We just have it here on our enclosed porch. Jake had to pull it out of the woodshed today. That's where it's been stored since last year at brooding time. And I just wanted to show you guys our setup here. So inside just has like a lid that lifts up, and there's a glass window on the front, which is not necessary, but the kids really like it. It allows them to look at the chicks. And then we have just these vents, screened vents on the side, on each side, that just allows for more airflow. Then here we have this, it's a heat lamp, but the bulb, it doesn't glow. Like there's no light put off from it, but there is heat put off from that. And that'll be just temporary while the chicks are little and the nights are cold, because we also do have this brooder. It's like a brood plate, and what that is you can raise or lower this plate. This topper is just to keep the chicks from landing on top of it and pooping on it. So it's just so that they don't land up there. But I have it set on the lowest setting in the back, so it's actually down here touching. And then on the front here, I have it lifted about 4 fingers, a hand width. So that's so that they can get in and they can cuddle up against that as much as they want or as little as they want. And the plate is hot, but it doesn't actually radiate heat down off of it. So it's supposed to mimic like a mother hen. And so they'll be able to get in under there and cozy up. The other things that we have in here, we just get pine chips from our local feed store from McCartney's. It's just top bedding pine chips, and we change that out every couple days with the chicks. I always keep a thermometer in here just so we can check up and see what temperature things are at right now. It's looking like we're at like 75 in there, which is still a little bit cold for the chicks their first day, but they have the brooder plate. They can get in under there to get warmed up. And then here I have this pre-filled, and we keep their water up on a brick just to keep the pine shavings out of the water dish. And it's a little bit yellow because I put in some electrolyte and just some like chick starter minerals, just to give them like an extra boost right when they hatch. And then we have their little feeder in here, and yeah, it's all ready. So we'll keep this closed, and hopefully we'll have some chicks in the morning.
Hey everyone, it's Charlotte here at Willow Fork Homestead. We're hatching chicks here, and they're having pips. Tomorrow, Easter, my little friend here is probably gonna be hatched. Cheep, 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 cheep. It's tweeting to me.
Let's see if we can hear him.
Cheep, 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 cheep.
See if we can see. I'm having a hard time seeing the pip.
Right there.
See right there. Focus in on it. There. There's one there.
Cheep,
right
cheep, cheep, cheep.
There's
cheep.
a pip. Let's see if we can see another one. Right there's a pip. Right there's a pip. That's a good one. So you can see the beak popping through right there.
Where?
Right in this one. So we have about 7 eggs pipped so far. And Charlotte, what does it mean when an egg pips?
Oh, Mom, another one.
Here, look at the camera and tell them what it means when an egg pips. Here.
The baby chicks pop their beaks, peck at the egg and get their beaks through, and try and get their beaks through, and then they curve it all over to try and get out of the egg.
It's called a zip. So they pip a little hole, and then they spin and they peck a circle the whole way around.
And pop out.
And then they use their feet and they push, 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 push until they pop out of the egg. So come tomorrow morning, we should have at least some chicks. Cash, do you want to say hi?
Hi.
How many do we have this morning?
1, 2, 3, that one's beak's popping through.
Perfect. It's getting knocked around.
That one's... That one's probably the one that's gonna be my
Let
friend.
me see. Which one?
The one that was pecking real hard.
Yeah. What is that? What is that? Do you see the baby chicks? Chicks, yeah. Whoa! Can you say baby chicks? Chick, 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 chick. Chick, 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 chick. Yeah, do you see the chickies?
We're gonna get ready for the chicks to go to the brooder.
Okay, Charlotte, give me an update. What do we got in here?
We got 7 chicks and 1 pip.
1 pip, okay.
But if we open it, the pip dies.
Not necessarily. So Cassius is referring to you should not open the incubator. Try to avoid opening the incubator when you have any pips in other eggs, because what happens is the humidity drops when you open the incubator lid, and we don't want the humidity to drop on that one that's pipped open, because sometimes when you do that, if the humidity drops too much, the chick can be vacuum sealed in the egg lining. So obviously we want to avoid that. So when we pull these chicks, they're really fluffy and it's getting crowded in here. They're all taking a nap. We need to pull these ones and get them down in the incubator or in the brooder. So we're gonna have to do it very quickly. We're not gonna actually remove the lid completely. I will hold the lid up and we'll try to do it pretty quickly. Cuddled up in the back there, and I may drop this front down just a little bit. So I had it adjusted so that it was higher than it needed to be so they could get in and out. But them cuddling up in the back there down where it's low shows me that maybe they need a little bit more contact with that brood plate. So I am going to adjust that. And how we do that is there's a notch right in here, and I just click that, and then I can drop it down to whatever level I need it to be. Here we go, and that just gives them a little bit more contact there. And then we'll try to get them to eat and drink by doing some of this tapping, because if they had a hen mothering them, that's what they would just follow her around to learn how to eat and drink. They learn by watching. So if I tap here, they should come running over because they think that I'm pecking it, but they might just not be ready yet. So they're still pretty young. They absorb the yolk in through their umbilical cord as part of the hatching process. So that gives them plenty of nutrition for about the first 24 hours. Now, some of these guys have been hatched for almost 12 hours. So we will want to get them eating and drinking today. Like this one here, I think he was one of our first ones out. So, or she. So we'll want to try to get this one eating sooner rather than later. But I will do that by just tapping, and they should come out and try to copy me and get some food and water in their systems. So that's it. What do you see? Do you see the chickies? You see the chicks? Yeah, chickies. Chick, chick, chick.